I'm gonna rub your belly.
As children, Prince Derek and Princess Odette weren't exactly the best of friends. But as they grew up, they began to see each other differently.
So tonight I watched the SWAN Princess Christmas, the 2012 computer-animated Christmas musical directed by Richard Rich. Yes, Rich directed this. The guy who directed The Fox and the Hound, The Black Cauldron, Alpha and Omega. And I know Alpha and Omega wasn't particularly well received, but I was a big fan of it. It was just too cute. And The Black Cauldron is one of my favorite Disney movies, even though I don't think it's on many people's top 10 lists. You know, I have nothing but respect for Richard Richington Rich III, son of Rich the Rich. But anyways, The SWAN Princess Christmas is the fourth movie in the SWAN Princess series.
Itsy boy!
And the first one in 14 years. And also the first one to be done completely in CG. They've made 7 of these things, and this is the first time hearing about the series, which is a tad strange since I watch an alarming amount of animated kids movies. So this is my first time seeing the series, so I'm unfamiliar with the canon or whatever. And the video only got 3 views because it was the worst review ever made. Anyways, moving on. Let's get into the meat and or potatoes of this review. So what's the story here? Princess Odette, Prince Derek, and their gaggle of woodland creatures attempt to celebrate their first Christmas together, but the obviously evil Rothbart wants to destroy Christmas forever. Most foul! It's by no means a deep story or in any way profound, but the plot does its job and the movie manages to make things just interesting enough to be interesting. That was a poorly constructed sentence. I don't know how to English. It's just, this is supposed to be a fantasy world, right? Why is Christmas a thing? Does Jesus exist in this world? Jesus! Apparently so, since they sing about him so much. What are the rules here exactly? And I wouldn't really call this a Christian movie, since that's just the nature of Christmas songs. Also, Prince Derek? That's what you call your majestic prince character? The ever-regal and magnificent Prince Derek, son of the great and lordly Queen Uberta. Derek. Derek. And he never became king because he had the worst name there ever was. This is an animated movie, so how's the animation? Well, this is a direct-to-video release, so don't expect anything on the same level as, say, The Black Cauldron. But it's pretty good. Actually, it's fairly impressive considering the relatively low budget. I really loved the design on the cat, number 9. The art in general was pretty decent, nothing groundbreaking. I kinda thought Odette looked like a Sims character, though. She looked very Simly. As for the characters themselves, they seemed very flat to me. I think I would like them more if I had seen the other movies and knew their history and all the adventures they've had together. Maybe I would feel more for them. Odette was likable enough, I guess. She just seemed kinda princessy. Privileged, beautiful, and perfect in every way, and always has a happy ending where everything is perfect, and other than that, she was friendly and caring, so I guess that's good. Prince Derek was also pretty bland. He was brave and kind, but otherwise uninteresting and boring. He looks like a brunette He-Man, so I guess he's got that going on. Maybe these two were more fleshed out in the other movies, I don't know. As for the villain, Rothbart, he's a villain. That's pretty much as far as his character goes. Also, what parents name their kid Rothbart? Are you trying to raise a villain? I feel like the only reason he was evil is because his name's Rothbart. Might as well have named him Lord Sinister. I will say the actor playing him did a fantastic job. Definitely a highlight of the movie. I only wish they had done more with his character and personality. Just because you're making a movie for young children doesn't mean you can't add a little depth once in a while. And a character I really liked was number 9, the cat helping Rothbart. He's this pitiful looking feline who just wants to, not die. Because he's lost all his extra lives, right? And, he's not really evil, he's just helping Rothbart because he promised to give number 9 more lives. I liked his personality, and I especially loved his design. He kinda reminds me of the cat from Coraline. I forget the cat's name, but yeah, they look very similar. I just wish there was more of a focus on him. I would have rather watched a movie about the cat, or at least spend more time with him in this movie. I wonder if number 9 was in any of the other movies. I have no idea. I also like the woodland animal characters, but I felt like they were barely in the movie, despite being on the cover. I thought they were very cute, especially the turtle. He's my favorite.
I like turtles.
And that's the thing about this movie. The side characters are infinitely better than the main characters, in my opinion. The movie is called The Swan Princess, but I didn't really care about Odette, or Derek, for that matter. So this is a musical after all, so how's the music? Well, I didn't like it. I really did not like the music here. It's just Christmas music, but done in only the most generic pop/R&B style, which seemed very odd in this high fantasy setting. All the synths and auto-tune just felt out of place to me. This could be forgiven if the music was actually good. I mean, it's not bad, it's just Christmas songs. You've heard them, I've heard them, Gorox the Three-Toed King has heard them. And then when the characters sing, it's so obvious that their voice actor is different. Like, they didn't even try. When Odette first started singing, I immediately thought, whoa, that's a completely different person singing right now. It's not even close to being close. It's like when SpongeBob was the singer for Squidward's marching band. And I just want to add that really religious Christmas songs just make me feel weird. And they especially felt weird here. To be clear, I'm not bashing the music or anything. The music is well made for what it is. It's just kind of bland, generic, simple Christmas songs. I just wasn't into it personally. I don't typically like Christmas music or gospel music. And the sound design was strangely awful here. Some of the sound effects sound like they were recorded in 1874. And sometimes things would happen and there would be no sound effects to accompany it. I don't know, just a minor grievance. Overall, I thought The Swan Princess Christmas was a mixed bag. I wanted to like it, I really did, but it didn't do too much for me. And so my final rating for The Swan Princess Christmas is a 5. Hokiness. I can't really go any lower than that though, since the movie didn't do anything particularly bad. It's a forgettable but unoffensive movie that stands precisely in the middle of the road. Not good, but not terrible. But I want to know what you guys think. Feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments below. It always does me a happiness reading them. And as always, stay squirrely.